again.
Hey, welcome to the live.
So I'm like, straight to it, boy. We ain't got time to nothing. We just jump straight in the water.
Oh, you want to talk about it? Put your mic on.
Hey, listen, man.
He wanted to talk about it. I'm sorry.
Don't be asking me no salacious questions. I'm
finna get all in your business.
Oh, Lord.
I'm finna get all.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
Your business. Okay. First of all, thank you to our sponsors for tonight. My boy Ju Jones over at Smart Honda. If you need a reliable vehicle, a new vehicle, all the things, go see him. Number 2, Smart Drive. Go see Ju.
Skip.
There you go. I want to pull this up because I feel like somebody might have a question or two while we're talking. So first of all, how are you? Before I start. Yeah, he looked at me like, let me brace myself. I'm not going to do you like that. But I do want to know some things, so I'm going to ask. So, first of all, how you doing?
I'm good. Man. I can't complain not one bit. I'm happy. You know me. I'm always, glory be to God. I've been dealing with a sciatica problem bad.
I saw that.
Man, it had been beating me up, but glory be to God. It done got a little better. I'm back outside now, baby.
I'm
back outside now.
It's time for the holidays.
I need to get my hair cut. Hey, DeAndre Goodwin, listen, buddy, get it together. I know you sick right now or something, but
oh, he's sick. Get well something.
I probably wasn't supposed to tell y'all that.
Oh.
I don't care. He just had a cold.
We do care, DeAndre. We hope you get well soon.
You better put a mask on to cut my hair.
Put a mask on and cut his hair, he said. I'll cut your hair. Okay, then. All right, so let's get into it. Who is Nathaniel Baker? Do I need to put the initial in there? Nathaniel D. Baker. Who is he? Where you come from?
I come from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, born and raised. Mom and dad. My mom was from Kansas City, Missouri. My dad's from Alzheimer, Sherrill, in that area. Mm-hmm. Born and raised in Pine Bluff.
Okay. What high school did you go to?
Pine Bluff High, baby.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated from Pine Bluff High in 1998, world's greatest class, no questions asked.
Okay. What college did you go to?
The University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, dear mother.
What did you major in?
My major at UAPB was agricultural business. Funny story. My dad, I didn't have any plans or idea of what I was going to do after college. Mm-hmm. After high school. Mm-hmm. My dad and my best friend's mom, Miss Foot, shout out to Miss Foot, I love you. My brother Cedric, my brother Dedrick, they had plotted on us. Mm-hmm. They signed us up for the bridge program at UAPB. The bridge that I call it, I say now the bridge was built for me. Okay. They signed us up for the bridge program to go major in agriculture at UAPB. Mm-hmm. My dad, he knew I wasn't finna go out there and be no manual labor guy, whatever. So he signed us up for the bridge program, and I'll never forget. They had the awards assembly at Pine Bluff High. You remember them? Mm-hmm. Or did you go to Pine Bluff? I did. So they had them award assemblies at Pine Bluff High. Mm-hmm. They called me and Bigfoot's name. Mm-hmm. If you know my best friend, my brother Cedric Foot or whatever. They called our name, and I'll never forget this. The crowd went crazy. But here's the thing. I don't know how that whole situation even came about, but I just know everybody, and I was like, we don't even know what we signed up for. We didn't even know. It was for the bridge. It was for the bridge program.
And what does that entail?
So what the bridge program is for people who maybe didn't know where they were going or didn't have it was basically a program built to help guide you through college and set you up and prepare you for college in the School of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Human Sciences for manners and things like that. So me, Corey Doolittle, Cedric Foots, some amazing people. Kanisha Wooten.
Hey, Kanisha.
Who else was in that first year? I can't even remember who all was in that first year. But I know me, Corey Doolittle, Cedric Foots, Jannard McCray, students from all over the state of Arkansas were in that first year.
Okay.
It was a beautiful program. I believe they still have it.
I think they do. So I want to know a little bit about what shaped you. We talked about professionally, but what shaped you as a man, your character, all the things growing up?
My dad, my mom and my dad. My mom and my dad both, they didn't have college degrees. And they barely had, my mom didn't have a high school degree. And my dad graduated from high school, like after after he turned 20. But they were extremely hardworking. They were extremely intelligent. They loved each other. Of course, as any relationship, they bumped their heads, but they made it through. And what shaped me is them. What shaped me is what they allowed me to experience. How they didn't shelter us. They let us see what outside was like.
Yeah.
We had a long leash. So when I say a long leash, they wasn't the type of parents who kept you in the house. But it was a different time. I grew up on 24th Street. 24th and Elm. So I can recall a time where kids used to cruise up and down the street. White people used to cruise up and down 24th Street, right in front of Southside Baptist Church. And I remember a young kid I think I was in the 6th or 7th grade, maybe 5th or 6th grade, and the white kid got killed on that street. And that's when they stopped the cruising. So all these things added to my experience, having parents who worked hard, also business owners. Like I said, they didn't have a whole lot of book stuff, but they were very intelligent, extremely intelligent enough to start their own business, to be leaders of their families, leaders of the church, leaders in the community. My father was the type of man. He only had he had 5 kids, but he raised a neighborhood and generations of men, and so did my mom. We were always the home where everybody would flock to. So my mom would cook for 15 kids a night. My dad would make sure 15, 20 boys in the neighborhood, 2 men in my neighborhood. It was 2 fathers, Derek Jolly's father, Mr. Jolly, rest in peace, and my father, rest in peace, Fred Baker. There was 2 fathers in this neighborhood of maybe 20, 25, 30 young black boys. And they made sure them boys did what they were supposed to do.
Do you think that you got your passion for the community from your parents?
I know I got my passion for the community from my parents because we were the community. My father and my mom fed the community. They fed the families. My home was always the center of the neighborhood. Even when we moved in the Dollarway, we moved in the Dollarway area my senior year in high school, and me and my little brothers became our house was the it house. We stayed right next door to the high school. So all the kids from 03, we moved over there in 98. So from 98 all the way until now. And then my nephew, Bravion, my house was still the center.
Your house is still the center. So kids, they still gather at your home?
Not as much now.
Not as much.
But now it's when kids walk up and down the street and they'll see me sitting under the carport. Hey, here, how you doing? What's up, Big Nate? Go to the store. Here, bring me a bag of Mountain Dew and a little David cake. Okay.
You that guy in the neighborhood, Uncle Nate in the neighborhood.
Yeah. When the kids see me, they know to straighten up. You know what I'm saying? When these little boys see me, they know, there go Big Nate. He got something to say. Yeah. When the little girls see me, they know okay, I'm safe right here. You know, I got a niece who feels the same way. And I feel like we have to be present in our neighborhoods and our communities. And that's the most important thing, is to be present. Yeah. And when a man is present, his presence should be felt. Somebody should feel safe. Somebody should feel provided for. And somebody should know that, hey, it's a man over here. I need to watch how I move.
Okay, I love to hear it. So take me from you grew up with your parents kind of being the center of the community, like community pillars. So now let's fast track. Now you are running for Fourth Ward Alderman. Tell us the mindset behind it.
So I'm running for Fourth Ward Alderman because, A, I live here. And Lord knows I can live anywhere. I've been blessed with a beautiful network of people who love me. I can go, I'm experienced at what I do for a living and all of that. I'm blessed to go anywhere in the world. I live in Pine Bluff because I love Pine Bluff. I choose Pine Bluff. I wake up every day and choose Pine Bluff. And then Pine Bluff chooses me too. I want to just, you know what I'm saying? I say Pine Bluff chooses me because when I go outside, I'm not met with nobody rolling their eyes. I'm not met with hostility. I'm met with nothing but love. So that's why I say Pine Bluff chooses me. And I also, in return, choose Pine Bluff because I'm excited about what I can do for Pine. I'm excited about what I see in Pine Bluff and what Pine Bluff can be and what I know in my heart of hearts Pine Bluff can be.
Awesome. Okay, so question. You live in the Fourth Ward and you've lived there all of your life?
No, I stayed on 24th until...
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
I stayed on 24th until my senior year in high school.
And then y'all moved to the Fourth Ward. So that's a long time.
Yeah, so I've been staying in the Fourth for over 30 years now. I will say this. I've always worked and had a place in Little Rock, but I've lived in Pine Bluff. You get what I'm saying? Like I didn't had some... I've always worked in Little Rock and stayed in Little Rock, but I've always lived in Pine Bluff.
Okay, I got you. You stay when you need to, when you're too tired to make it back, but you live here. This is home.
This is home.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your community, your ward, that made you say, okay, I need to put my name in the hat for Alderman.
Some of the problems, man, if you look around Pine Bluff, especially the Fourth Ward, you see where things just have been declining. You know, it's a constant decline up and down Dalloway Road, on University. All of these places, just no life has been breathed into them. And so what I'm working to do and hoping to do is be able to help facilitate some growth in the Pine Bluff, in the Fourth Ward, and to help people get to the next stage in life. So I feel convicted about that because I see it. I see the decline. I see it every day. There's no new businesses, no new opportunities. Some of the young men in the neighborhood who just feel lost. And, you know, I want to be someone in a position that can help.
Right. So tell me a little bit about your movement. Is Fourth and Forward.
Fourth and Forward, right.
Tell me a little bit about the initiatives that you would like to implement.
Well, some of the initiatives, it's most important is progress. No matter which initiative or what we decide to do, is progress. And so going throughout the ward and finding those areas that seem as if they've been stuck, that seems as if there's no movement in them, and looking for ways, how can we move them forward? Some of the neighborhoods, some of the houses that just seem as if they're stuck. And sometimes we got some elderly people who living in these houses who just need help. So how can we get with contractors and grants and things of that nature to help them get the resources to move forward?
Okay. You know, we hear people who are running for office, they come in a lot and they say these things that they hope to implement. But what is something that you can leave with the citizens of Pine Bluff who live in the Fourth Ward that you are going to do what you say you're going to do?
Well, I'll say this. I have a record of service. I've been serving the community of Pine Bluff and the state, and really a lot of out of town stuff too. I've been serving with no title.
Tell us some of the
So through What's Next Pine Bluff, which is a nonprofit organization, we've given over $10,000 worth of gifts. We've partnered with the Pine Bluff School District social workers who pick out our students who actually need gifts. And it's sort of like an angel tree. So with those children, the social workers pick out these children, and we partner with people in the community all across the nation who see the work and believe in the work. And we find them, we give them I believe it's 3 needs and 1 want. And we've been doing this since 2016. And we've served it's been easily over $10,000 worth of gifts. Easily over, I want to say 1,000 kids. Each year we've done that. This year we just did coat drives, and we were able to get easily over 500 coats. Now, I say easily over about 100 coats. We got shoes and coats. So I have a record of service. And when it comes to just feeding people, making sure that we've fed over easily 10,000 meals in Pine Bluff alone. We've been doing Thanksgiving meals for almost 10 years. And we've done amazing work at that, where we're making sure on Thanksgiving Day there's nobody who goes hungry. And we've partnered with several different organizations and groups to ensure that, even with Underwater Seafood has helped with this. So I have a record of service. I've been outside serving for a long time.
And also being Greek, you guys really have a passion for
that comes, shout out to the bros. That, to me, in my opinion, just, that's just second nature for the frat.
Okay, so we're finna get a little tough. You ready?
I'm with it.
Okay, so I know, and it seems as if you have a heart for the people because of all the things that you just called out. But you do have a record of being what would you call yourself on social media? I'll let you call it. I won't call it. What would you call yourself on social media?
Okay. I think on social media, sometimes I play the antagonist.
Okay.
However, the problem is that too often we're too comfortable with groupthink. Everybody thinks along the same lines. Nobody want to think about the other part of the problem. Everybody wants to just be cool with the way things going. Let's use this for an example, right? And I'll put out a comment about it today. All these organizations having these food line drives and things, right? So, well, what about the people with no car? There are several people in our communities who don't have a car, a vehicle. Some would say that I'm being rude by saying, what about the people with no car? But that's a real problem. Am I telling you that, hey, great job? Am I telling you that you're wrong for giving these food boxes out like that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying, what about the people with no car? But some would feel as if I'm attacking them for doing it that way. No, I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking, hey, what about the people with no car? So to some, they'll paint me as the bad guy because I'm asking a question. Some people don't like their authority question or their position question. And it's easier to attack me and to belittle me and to talk down about me than it is to solve the problem of the people with no car. It's easier to say, well, he always got something to say about what somebody do and you do than it is to figure out, well, how do we help the people who still need services with no vehicle? It's easier to attack me than it is to figure out to solve the problem.
Okay, but let's say you're elected for Fourth Ward Alderman, and you have those group thinkers who probably make up the majority of your voters in the Fourth Ward. So what can you say right here, right now, to make those registered voters who are actually going to go to the polls and vote, make them feel comfortable with electing you as their alderman? Here's
what I will say. There's nothing wrong with communicating. I believe that we can sit at the table and hash it out. I don't have to belittle you, talk bad to you, accuse you of stealing, saying somebody taking, talk negative I don't have to do none of that. We can talk it out. And so I believe at finding solutions. I believe that being a solution-based person, being effective in our service, being efficient in our service. So solution-based, effective, efficient. Those things are what you should want in a leader. So just because I tell you or ask for more or ask for you to figure out a way to help solve the problem, I'm not belittling or talking bad to you.
What do you have to say to the people who feel that it's not what you say, it's how you say it?
I can agree with that. And I understand that sometimes the way I may deliver it, it may not be in pretty packages and bowls. And I'll be the first to apologize about my delivery. But please, please don't mistake my delivery for my passion. I'm passionate about what I say. I'm passionate about service. And it may not come out as well spoken and buttoned up as it should or could be.
Politically correct.
But don't mistake my passion for anger or for disrespect.
Right.
I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in serving. And if we can't figure out a way to build a bridge and help these people and help each other, then what are we doing? We're doing a disservice to each other.
I agree. And before I speak to that point, I do want to say that I've sat with you in a couple of rooms now, and I can attest that that persona that you sometimes carry online is different from the guy that actually sits down at the table with you. You're very understanding. You want to hear the other person's side. You're going to make sure that you guys can reach a solution amicably. You are eager to help, eager to assist, all the things. So I do want to put that out there. I know I'm here asking him these questions, but I do want to speak to that side of his character that I have come to know over the past few years. So I do want to put that out there.
And I'll say this, not to cut you off. I'll say this. I realize that my name is in rooms way before I get there. And a lot of times my name is in those rooms before I get there because I've intimidated somebody. And because I've made somebody feel uncomfortable. And with that level of uncomfort means that I'm going to say how I feel. I'm going to say what I think. And although I know I ain't the smartest person in the room, I don't never want to be the smartest person in the room. But what I am willing to do is I'm willing to stay there and fight for what I believe.
And for the people of your
ward. And for the people of my ward. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to make sure you get your just due. Absolutely. Ain't nobody finna just come take what we know we deserve. Ain't nobody gonna do that with me in the room.
I believe that. Now, I do want to say that where there is comfort, there is often no change. And I've heard you say some initiatives that you want to introduce into the Fourth Ward that you have not spoken about yet. I don't know if you will tonight or not. I hope you do. But I want you to speak to the people who are saying, well, we don't really need change. Everything is fine. Why should we vote someone new in? Let's speak to the things that you want to do every quarter and talk about that. So,
some of the things that we know are challenges in our community are people are in situations that they need help getting out of. We're all in need of some help. So what I want to do is call a community barrier breaker, where we break some of those barriers. The first one we want to do in the first 90 days of me being in office, we'll start working on it. I've already made contact to put people in positions, is driver's license. How to help people get their driver's license reinstated. Now, truthfully, we can't take the test or anything, but we can help you align everything, know all the places you need to go, how can we help you get your driver's license reinstated? How can we help you drive without the fear of being pulled over? That's one thing. Expungement, where we an expungement class the next 90 days. So where we know that you have a felony, you can't get an apartment, you can't get a certain job, and there's a lot of things, you can't stay in certain apartment complexes because you have that felony. So we want to have an expungement course where we get some of those felonies off your back. And I know that's going to help. The next 90 days, we want to do a job fair / health fair. This job fair is going to help you go get a better life. This health fair is going to help you with some of the health challenges you have. Once we do that, then we're going to, the next 90 days, we're going to do a credit repair, a credit course, where we get somebody in there from NACA, we get somebody in there from the bank, we get some credit repair people in there to help you restore your credit so we can start building up our own community. These are things that if we get our driver's license reinstated, that felony off our back, our job situation together, and then our credit together. These are the things that we can do ourselves. There's not a new tax. There's not nobody coming to help us. That's us.
Now, let me ask you this. All those initiatives, do you think that the people who could benefit from those initiatives are currently registered to vote?
They may not be registered to vote, but guess who is? Their grandma, their family member. Somebody in their family is registered to vote. And that's why the people that are registered to vote, I realize that we got to figure out how to fix our community. And yes, we need everybody in the Fourth Ward voting. We need 100,000 people to turn out and vote. But what we can do is, if you're not registered to vote, you need to be registered to vote.
Right.
Even if none of these things affect you, there's somebody in your family who don't have a driver's license.
Absolutely.
There's somebody in your family who has a felony and can't get an apartment or a job. There's somebody in your family who needs some help health-wise or job fair-wise. There's somebody in your family who needs some help career-wise. Now, what if we fix those barriers and knock down those barriers for everybody in the Fourth Ward? No, I ain't going to even say, what if we knock down those barriers for 20 people? We help 20 people get their driver's license. We help 20 people get their felony off their jacket. We help 20 people get a new job. We help 20 people get better credit and buy a house. Come on now. And these things aren't impossible. We just need to put them in place. We need the right people in position who can help move our community forward.
Absolutely, and that will be you, right?
Listen, man.
Sounds like
Fourth and forward.
Fourth and forward.
Fourth and forward.
Okay.
We need to move our neighborhood forward. This ain't nobody coming to save us. This is what we're going to do for ourselves.
Nope. Go that way, babe. Your daddy's over there. Y'all, we got a toddler in the studio. Go through that door. No. I want to ask you, what do you have for individuals who live in the Fourth Ward who don't fall into any of those categories? What are you willing to do? There's Daddy. What are you willing to do for those? Sorry, y'all. Real life.
No, you're fine.
What do you have in store? Not willing to do, but what do you have in store for those citizens? So
let's say these things none of those barriers are your problem, right? You want a safer neighborhood. You want a well-lit neighborhood. Let's say we get people in these homes. We help revitalize the community. We get new stores in the community. Another idea that we had is the old Shannon's. What if we turn that into a shared kitchen?
Ooh.
What if we turn Country Kitchen into a shared kitchen? These are all things that we've already talked about and we've seen possible. Let's look at what DeAndre is doing over there at D5 Sports Bar. Using that as a shared kitchen. What if we do that on the other side of Dollarway? So instead of now it's being Shannon's, it's Aunt Jean's, and Aunt Jean share her kitchen with you Tuesday night. And now we got Tina Marie come cooking on Tuesday night. We got the same. We're helping people move forward. We're developing and giving people the way to move forward.
Absolutely. And then that's going to recruit other businesses.
Yes.
To want to come over to the area because now you have more foot traffic. It's cleaner. It's safer. And you're just going to attract.
It's not dark. It's not, these businesses are now open. You see what I'm saying?
They're not boarded up.
They're not boarded up businesses, and people are moving around here.
I can see all type of initiatives coming forth with that, like youth learning culinary skills.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the things. So
we can do it. Some for instance, we could take an organization and let them host a night.
Fundraisers, all things. Right over there in the Fourth Ward.
Fourth and Forward, baby.
Fourth and Forward. Okay. So is there anything else you would like to tell the people on tonight? When does early voting start?
Early voting starts February 17th.
February 17th.
So you need to go ahead and get registered now.
Yes.
It's extremely important to get registered to vote now. I need everybody to do that. And let's prepare to start getting voted. Registered to vote. And let's start getting people together so we can move forward to the polls. And not just for my race, but on a state level, on a national level. People are losing their health insurance. There's a lot of challenges people are facing right now. So it's important for us to all get on board and do what we got to do so we can move our community forward.
I have a lot of people in my circle who are running for elected positions this year. We probably need to do a rock the vote and have like a big community-wide something where we get people out to register and stuff.
Well, I agree with that. And the dilemma is that for instance, Pine Bluff is voting at less than 15, 12%. Less than that. So if you compare just the percentage, 15, 12%, maybe 12 to 15% in Pine Bluff. So let's look at a Fayetteville. Let's look at a Bryan. These cities are turning out the votes at 25, 30%. So what's the difference? Why can this community move forward and ours? Well, it starts with the voting. Putting the right people in position to do things. That's a huge part of it. And so if a senator or somebody like that see all them people voting, let me get over there and pay attention to
more
it.
money. They'll start giving Pine Bluff more dollars because they know that we're going to vote here and that we'll make a difference and help put them in office. So they will then help fund our city. Like, it's a big continuous wheel, and we need to get on board.
And nobody is saying that voting is going to fix it. It's a complex issue. Just like you're not going to use a 10-millimeter socket to take an engine out, you're not going to just vote to fix the whole community.
Yeah.
Just like you're not going to use, when you barbecuing, you're not just going to if you put barbecue in better yet, doing hair. You're not using one comb to do your hair. You just not going to use no rat tail comb to do your whole head. It's a complex problem in our community, and it's going to take more than one comb to fix it. It's going to take more than one tool to fix it. It's going to take some work. You're going to have to you're going to get them, what they call your edges right. You got to do some stuff. And it's going to take a lot of stuff. So people got to get in line and do the work to make this thing work.
Yeah. And it takes time too, guys.
Yeah.
Like, when people get in office, it takes time to figure out what they need to be doing, what to prioritize, and all the things. So the sooner that you get the officials in office who are going to make a difference, the better.
Stay engaged. Don't just think that, they in office now, everything's going to be fixed. No, you got to stay engaged, man. Stay engaged with the people to find out what's going to take, what they doing and how they can fix this and all that. So that's another important thing.
Also, I want to speak to this because a lot of younger people are beginning to run for these offices. And a lot of us younger people are more visible on social media. To me, I like when the person that I'm voting for is active on social media, because it makes me feel that I will have inside information, and their race will be more transparent because they're keeping me up to date along the way on social media. I don't have to wait to hear it on the radio. I don't have to wait to hear it on the news or in the paper via the website. I can hear about it as soon as it happens. So I think that when I see candidates running who I already know have a face on social media, they're active, I get excited because I'm like, okay, now I'm going to know what's going on. I can just go and look at their page. They're going to be letting me know what's going on, all the things. So when you see a candidate pops up and you know that they have a social media presence, that is not a negative. That's a positive, because now we're going to know what's going on. A big shout out to Andre over at the Heat magazine, because he's in these city council meetings. He's in the quorum court meetings. He's attending all the things so that we know what's going on. Because if nobody was there going live, I wouldn't know what was going on. I can't make every meeting.
Yep.
So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Social media is not that's what I'm about to see. Social media is not a bad thing. Go ahead and tell us something else you want us to know while I'm refreshing this.
Also, don't fall ploy to people with no real fruit. Pay attention to the fruit that people have produced. Oftentimes we like to fall ploy to people who loud but don't have no real fruit. Pay attention to the trees that you get your information from. The misinformation is so dangerous, and it's misinformation, lies, deceit from people who don't really have real fruit out here in these streets. From people who can't even go outside their house because they're uncomfortable with the lies and the mess they done started. Pay attention to the people who don't even have real people to vouch for them. So focus on the fruit. And that's what I tell myself often. Because I do my best to fall in the games. Because I used to always feel like you can't say what you want to say about me without being held accountable for. But now what you got to do is focus on the fruit. Focus on the fruit. Focus. So if it's somebody you following and running behind and getting information from, look at the fruit. Look at the fruit of their labor. Look at what they produced. Look what has came from them. Be mindful of that. Don't just take information from folks who ain't did nothing or got nothing to show and prove. Pay attention to that.
Agreed. Another thing that I want to speak to before we go is complacency. I know, y'all, that we can get into that place where it's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But just because it's not broken doesn't mean that it's moving forward. You can stay stagnant and never be broken. You will never feel like something is wrong, but you're also not progressing and you're not moving forward. Now, I'm not saying and telling you who to vote for. I'm just saying, make sure that you look at all the facts, line everything up side by side, so you can make an informed decision on voting day. That's it, and that's all, y'all. Don't get stuck in a rut, as my grandmama would say.
And that's just the truth.
Yeah.
That's just the truth, because I feel like what happens is that, the house ain't on fire, but ain't no water in the house, ain't no lights in the house. The house ain't on fire, and you may be comfortable, but let's look at it from this perspective. Who gonna come live there when you gone? The problem in our city right now on the Fourth Ward, we got a lot of houses that are empty because your kids don't want to come back there. Your grandkids don't want to come back there. And now the house just sitting empty. All that hard work you and your husband or whoever put into developing this, and now it's just sitting empty when you pass on. So what we need to do is make Pine Bluff a destination city. We need to work with our elders in our community to give them something to help give them the information so their kids and their grandkids will want to come back to Pine Bluff. their grandkids will be excited about coming to the Fourth Ward and going to UAPB when they graduate from high school. Oh, I love Pine Bluff. They got all these great things going on. So me working in the Fourth Ward and being a Fourth Ward Alderman, I also would be a liaison between UAPB and Pine Bluff. Also, because I grew up in that ward, I am an alumni of UAPB. I don't have no problem with sitting at the table. Hey, man, these kids, we need to get something for these folks so they can come back here. I need to go talk to Tyson and say, hey, man, we need to figure out what y'all can help us do so we can get some homes in here so people can buy a house.
Yeah.
People been working at Tyson for 30 years and don't have nothing to show for it but, you know, a bunch of dead birds. And that's good. I ain't knocking nobody's job, but what I want to do is help you move further along in the game.
Absolutely. And we have to be realistic, though. I've sat in some meetings and at some tables where, you know, El Dorado has the El Dorado Promise. And we've tried to get something similar because of all the industry that we have here. But our kids are just, college isn't for everybody.
Correct.
Let's say that.
So but work is.
Work is. And so is a trade. So if we can get you at the table with some of those industry, because a lot of them are in your ward, correct? That would be your ward.
The industrial drive houses a lot of them. So who's to say if we got the right people with the progressive mindset to sit at the table and say, hey, will you fund a scholarship program to a trade school?
Electricians, plumbers, welders, all those types of things, general contracting, construction, HVAC. Because we have a college CR right here in our city who has those trade skills available for the children, the youth, the adults in our city. So I think it's like what you said, just getting somebody with that progressive mindset in the seat. And I'm not familiar with your, what do you call it, your running mate?
The whoever, Stephen Mays.
Okay, I didn't want to call his name. I'm not familiar with him. I've never had a conversation with him, so, you know, I don't know. But I do know.
See, this is where the messy Nate would come in.
Yeah, but he's not that. He has two sides to him. And Alderman, future Alderman is here tonight. But I can say that I've sat at some tables and we've discussed, like, what can we do to move our city forward, starting with our youth. And then also starting with some of our adults, because I don't know if you know that, I don't know if he wants to talk about this, I won't say any names, but we're trying to figure out a way. There has been so much construction in Pine Bluff, right? The high schools, the hotels, all the things. And
with a lot more coming.
Yeah. And I think it's like $1 billion worth of construction work that has been going on. But some of our contractors couldn't bid for the jobs because they're not insured, licensed, bonded. And some programs like that we just discussed would help them get all of those licensures and the accreditations that they need for them to be able to put their name in the hat. Then those dollars are going to be recycled right here back into our city instead of going out and leaving.
And, you know, I think the biggest problem a lot of times with some of these programs is that, and I hate to say this, but sometimes things get lost in translation. And so sometimes we talk over folks' heads.
Yeah, that's true.
And not only do we talk over folks' heads, they don't understand what you're saying, and now they're hesitant to go in that room because they don't feel comfortable. What I want to do, man, come on in this room.
Yeah.
Come in this room and sit at the table. What you don't understand, we're going to make them tell us right.
And you belong at the table.
You belong at the table, and I want to be that bridge builder.
Come on, bridge builder.
We're going to build some bridges, and if it's something you don't understand, listen. They're going to sit here and tell us until we do get some understanding.
Right. I'm for that because I'm all about progression, forward movement, making sure that everybody gets what they need to get ahead. And sometimes it is just a language barrier. They may be using terms that you don't understand, and that should not be the reason why you are not at the table. So I love that.
Yeah, man, we just got to figure it. Because listen, at the end of the day, we in this thing together.
Absolutely.
We in this thing together. Whether you got a college degree or you don't, there's too many barriers in our neighborhoods and our communities. And what we need to do is figure out how do we break those barriers? How do we build those bridges? And we got to work together because I can't say this enough. Ain't nobody coming to save us. Ain't nobody from the White House coming to save us. Ain't nobody in Statesville Penitentiary coming to save us. If you know, you know. Ain't nobody in Fayetteville coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. We got to fix this. And that means we got to sit at the table together and figure out how to build these bridges. How can we help each other be better? How can we help move each other forward? What you need to make your potato pie? You need some sugar or something? I got some sugar.
We can make a whole meal.
So talk about it.
And I think that people fail to realize that the people that you are afraid to enter the room with and afraid to sit at their table, they want to help you. They need to help you. The banks need to give you loans so that you can buy a home. They need to give you money so that you can start a business. But you have to have everything in order so that you qualify for those services. And
you got to be afraid. Too often we feel like since we don't know this, we don't know that, we ain't got that, then we don't want to go in them rooms because we be shamed. Look here, I'm going to tell you something. Go in that room. Let them folk tell you no so you can figure out what you need to go get.
Yeah, because even if it's a no, it's probably a not right now. Because they're going to tell you what you need to know so that you can come back and get a yes.
Ooh-wee, baby. You going to tell Big Nate, yeah. It may not be up front. Eventually, you're going to tell me, yeah. All you got to do is say yes.
Come on, Fourth and Fourth.
Fourth and Fourth, baby. We moving forward. We finna figure this thing out. I'm excited about it, the opportunity. I appreciate everybody who would even consider me. I want what's best for our community.
I believe that.
I want what's best for our city. I want what's best for us. And I'm willing to get in the mud with you. I'm willing to stand in the rain with you. I'm willing to stand in the sun with you because I believe that we can be successful just like anyone else may be successful.
I believe that too. And you also have the network to help people.
Yeah, your network is your net worth. You know, I tell you that all the time. I am an avid believer. It ain't what you know. It ain't who you know. It's what you can get done. And baby, look here. I can build an Eiffel Tower. I can get something done. I can get it done.
Okay. Well, guys, listen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I do want to shout out some of the comments. You can go and answer them later. We have Candace Meadows in here. She wants to volunteer to help you teach that to the youth.
Shout out, sis. You know I love you.
MJ, she said hello. I do want to shout out our sponsor one more time, Drew Jones over at Smart Honda. Go see Drew, okay? So, anything else?
Fourth and Forward, man. Fourth and Forward. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out, you know I love everybody. You know you can always follow me. Nate Logic, the Real Underground Radio Station, the Lab. What is it? The Lab, Media and Public Relations. I'm sitting with the with the future of what did you say you was that day?
Media mogul.
The media mogul, yeah. Hey, baby, I'm gonna help her get there.
I know that's right.
I've already told her, man. Let's
talk about what kind of show you want to do in the lab.
I like the Progress Not Mess I did. I was finna beg y'all to let me do a show here tonight.
You don't have to beg.
Oh, I ain't got to. Hey, Big Yogi, come on. I'm finna text him.
Who is it?
Terry Yogi. He got a story. He been wanting me to sit down and have a conversation with him.
Okay.
So let's do it. Matter of fact, I'm finna text him now.
Okay, text him now. But starting in the new year, Progress Not Miss with Nathaniel Baker, Big Nate, as y'all like to call him. I saw you were looking for a hostess for your A7O show.
Yes. We don't know how we want to do it, man. I need somebody who ain't afraid. So we are looking for a host for the A70 show, a female host. Me and my cousin Gabe.
I met him.
Yeah.
He introduced himself as Pierre.
Yeah, his Pierre, Gabe.
Very nice guy. Hey. Yeah.
Whatever.
I like him. You be giving him a hard time too.
My little cousin, I'm supposed to.
No, you ain't gotta be that hard on him.
That's my little cousin.
He's a very nice spirit. I don't know him, but I sat by him when I came and did your podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah. You need to come in here too. Does he live? Where does he live? In Little Rock?
He live in Little Rock.
Oh, okay.
But he'll pull up.
Alrighty. Okay, guys. We do have some more news that I'm going to drop about the lab starting in January. I cannot wait. Tell people about the hostess. How do they apply? How they let you know they
hit us up. If you think you can handle, cause see, I'm real mild right now because we're Fourth and Forward.
Yes, this is Fourth and Forward tonight.
But if you feel like you can handle, some barbershop banter.
I have a suggestion. Whitney Johnson Murray.
She married.
What that mean? She got to be single.
Here's why I say that. When you're talking to there's certain conversations you can't have with a married woman.
I get it. Say no more.
Because
I was like,
Because I don't want nobody. Because my woman, you can't say certain stuff to my woman. And there's certain conversations my woman ain't finna be attached to. Mm-hmm. And when you marry, like I'm in a relationship, but I know the boundaries. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Man. I don't even single. I don't even friend married women.
Okay.
Unless I know your husband, because there's certain stuff you can't say to married women without a fight.
That's right.
You're going to be a fight. Which is what it is.
100% true.
You disrespect the man's wife, you got to give that man 30 seconds.
Anyway,
when I mean 30 seconds, I'm talking about...
I know what you're talking about. So, single women, hit them up.
If you feel like you feel comfortable in the barbershop talking noise, hit us up. Me, Cutting P. I don't know if we're going to do it here. I don't know. We ain't figured out the logistics in it yet. But we listen, we cover hot news topics. We cover anything. We just talking, running our mouth. Real life experiences.
Is it everything dealing with the A70?
Everything dealing with the A70 for sure. If it go on in the A70, and then culture, news, politics. The A70, baby, we've been doing that. We did it with Bobby Lowe for a good while.
Yeah, I know. And then Venetia, right?
Big Six. Shout out to my sister, Big Six. The heart's pitting a little. My brother, Iceman. I don't know, man. We might even just redo the cast, the one we've been doing, but we bringing the A70 show back here. We don't know how the specifics, but the A70 show is coming back. Of course, Nate Logic is always going to be Nate Logic, whether we do it, wherever we do it, however.
Follow the Real Underground.
The Real Underground. Shout out my brother Dirk. He just had one of the dopest interviews with my brother Joe Jig and Lars. So shout out to the fam at the Real Underground radio station. That's always going to be family. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to my baby Monique, man. Shout out to my boys, all that. Listen, man. Fourth and forward.
Fourth and forward, y'all. Okay, listen. My help is not in the room, so I'm finna get it up. Happy holidays. Get your tickets to King Cotton. You going to
Get your King. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my brother Sam. King Cotton. Y'all make sure y'all go.
Yes, go. They got a lot of good stuff coming up this year, but he'll be live. He's been on the radio and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all hear about it. All right, we gone. Peace.